Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, I'm talking all about the medication side effects, and hopefully later on in the piece it's coming and nearing to Epilepsy Awareness Day. Basically, I'm hoping to address to you all the everything that you need to know about epilepsy, because I'm all about creating mental illness awareness type thing, and it will be great if basically we can actually support one another and actually create it together, regardless what it may be. And all that to do, before I go any further, I'm AspieAnswersAll. Many people call me Aspie, so I'm welcome to newbies with open arms to come to my channel. You may have come to the right place. You're not going to be judged or criticised or what have you. I'm just here to address my life stories, as well as all these mental health awareness series that I'm addressing to you all, as well as everyday topics that will hopefully be encouragement, inspiration and motivation for you all, regardless what I may address to you all, so that hopefully this can be used as a learning tool for one way or another, whatever purpose you came on my channel. And I'll welcome back all the LBs. Basically, thank you for your support and also your encouragement. For most of you, without yours, you know, I wouldn't be here addressing to these and what I feel was in my heart to share in the first place. So without further ado, I want to put a disclaimer before I continue on with the series that I'm talking about, of these anxiety medication series. And basically, as you know, I'm no medical expert. I'm basically just a normal everyday young woman that has her other everyday, you know, experiences, what goes on in her life, sort of thing, of whatever it may be. And that no matter what, though, that, you know, I may not give the right form of advice, and I humbly apologise, but seek, you know, second opinion if need be, or seek professional help when you see the classical signs and symptoms that I address to you all of everyday, you know, topics that I address with the mental health, basically, be it whatever, you know, topic it may be at that time frame. So without further ado, though, basically, I'm up to part 4, which is the anti-anxiety medication safety concerns and risk factors. So we need to know, beyond the common side effects that I have addressed to you all, based on these common anti-anxiety medications and the like, basically there will come a point in our lives there will be additional risk that follows. While the tranquilizing anti-anxiety drugs that are relatively safe, shall we say, they, when taken only occasional and in small doses, however, we need to be in mind they can lead to severe problems when combined with other substances that is taken over, or just taken over long periods of time, no matter what it may be. Furthermore, some people will have adverse reactions to these anti-anxiety drugs, basically to any amount of anti-anxiety medication, so it pays, like I said, to know what you're in for the classical side effects. Do you need to lower your dose, higher your dose, what have you? You know, it's all about making the right choices, and also basically knowing when to stop if you feel that you can't continue, basically what you need to do for yourself. But then again, as we know, they're not safe for everyone, so we need to take responsibility. Drug interactions and overdose, basically, if used alone with the anti-anxiety medications such as Xanax, or how you pronounce it, or Valium, really can cause fatal overdose, even when taken in large doses, however. But when combined with other, you know, central nervous system depressants, the toxic effects of these anxiety medications, however, will increase. Taking anti-anxiety medication, however, with alcohol, other prescription painkillers, you know, or sleeping pills, can be real deadly. Dangerous drug interactions can also occur in the body system, basically, and it can travel in the bloodstream with, you know, blood poisoning or blood toxicity levels will be on the rise, basically, and as well as basically can also occur when anti-anxiety drugs, obviously, is taken in conjunction with antihistamines, which are found in many over-the-counter, you know, products, you know, whether it's cold or flu-like symptoms or allergy reactions, as well as just some sleeping aids. You know, antidepressants such as Prozac and Zoloft can often then heighten the toxicity. So as I said, always pay to maybe talk to your doctor about what's best for you before combining any medication, so that you know what you're in for, so you know the side effects and warning signs of any classical ones that I've just addressed to you all. As we need to know, though, with these anxiety drug risk factors or any other risk factors, you know, and these many medications that I've addressed so far, you know, some of them may, you know, have some unpleasant or dangerous side effects that they will experience. but certain individuals are at higher risk. So these are the ones that I want to address. The people that are age over 65 for starters. Older adults are often, sensitive to certain sedating effects of anti-anxiety medication. Even small doses can cause confusion, amnesia, loss of balance, cognitive impairment that looks like dementia. Anti-anxiety drug use in the elderly obviously is associated with increased risk of falls, broken hips and legs, and even car accidents. Another one to address in those that are in high risk category is pregnant women. Expectant mothers should avoid anti-anxiety drugs, period. Since these anti-anxiety drugs that are usually given, it can cross into the placenta, which is important for the baby, feeding the nutrients off the placenta with the umbilical cord and whatnot while they're developing in the womb. Basically, during pregnancy can lead to dependence in the baby, Following birth, though, however, the baby will then go through their withdrawal stages, and basically with those symptoms such as muscle weakness, irritability, sleep and breathing problems, and trembling. These anti-anxiety drugs, however, are excreted into the breast milk, so basically it will kill off all the good antibodies that the mother's feeding off to the child, so they should be avoiding, anti-anxiety drugs whatsoever while breastfeeding as well at that stage. Last but not least, basically, is just a clinical no-brainer. People with a history of substance abuse should stay well clear of anti-anxiety drugs. Anyone with a form of current, or current problem with the alcohol, drugs, abuse, or what have you, should, however, avoid anti-anxiety drugs as well, or use them only with extreme cautions if they feel to. That's okay. The greatest benefit of benzodiazepines that I've been talking about is that they work quickly, as I said, into your system and to your bloodstream, and does its kicking effect of what it needs to be done. But this also can make them highly addictive for those people that I've just addressed. This can lead quickly to the abuse, often in dangerous combination with, as I said, either the alcohol versus any other form of drugs that is needing to be addressed, basically. Last but not least is the anti-anxiety medications, which is obviously the dependence and withdrawal stage when it comes down to it. Which these includes, as I said, the most commonly ones of this popular is the benzodiazepines, such as Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, and Ativan. Are meant for only short-term use. However, many people always think it's for long-term use, but it's not. Many people do take anti-anxiety drugs for long periods of time. However, can be risky, however, because when taken regularly, benzodiazepine quickly leads to physical dependence. As I said, basically some form of medications, drugs, over the counter, or vice versa, just basically can cause the stage of really relying on that form of medication, whatever it may be, in conjunction with the other, drugs. Anyway, drug tolerance are also most common. With increasing larger doses, they need to get to that same anxiety relief as they had before when they were in that calm stage. Basically, most people become addicted to the anti-anxiety drug within a couple of months, which is not long when you look at it, basically, because obviously, as I said, benzodiazepine, for starters, it's a fast-acting drug. But problems may arise even sooner, regardless, when we don't realise it. For some, drug dependencies develops after a few short weeks at a time. Once you're physically dependent on an anxiety medication, it's difficult to stop taking it, however. The body is then used to the medication, however, that the withdrawal symptoms occur if the dose is decreased or discontinued. Psychological dependence can be an issue too for, people that are using certain anti-anxiety drugs or just any form of medication that I've addressed. If you've been relying on an anti-anxiety drug to keep your anxiety in check, you may lose confidence in your own ability to do everyday life activities, whatever it may be, or even just the everyday life difficulties that will come your way. And you start to think you may need the medication to survive and hope to just, cope in your everyday life, whatever it may be. So basically, this is the end part 4, basically, of the drug risk factors versus, basically, the dependence and withdrawal. Give me the like for the thumbs up for support and engagement. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Basically, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so for daily, weekly updates, even though I can't promise it's going to be daily and that, as I keep saying, because of my timetable may change. This is also just basically comment below or private message me on AspieAnswersAll for any, topics you may feel to address in it, because I'm telling you, just remember it has to be based on mental health awareness and that at the moment, so that I can put my message across from what I understand of all these different mental health disorders and versus my, life stories that I want to share, as well as every other thing that I want to share right now. But in all things do, thanks for watching guys, thanks for your support, love what you do what you love. Until next time, I'll see you all again soon.